Hey everyone! So far, I've made two abdominal videos, one for beginner level, if you need to connect to your abdominals seated, standing, or on the floor, and then another one for advanced, where I taught each exercise for 45 seconds over a 20-minute period. And that was quite intense. So I was thinking of doing something in the middle. We're going to do each exercise for 30 seconds over a 10-minute period. And I'm really excited to share these kinds of exercises with you because they're middle of the road. You can do a few of them that feel really good for your back and for your body, and then leave out ones that do not. It's only 30 seconds of each exercise. So if you feel like you're trying to strengthen your abdominals and move more towards an advanced level where you feel really connected to the area below your navel, you're going to really enjoy this video. Before we get into it, I want to ask those who are watching to please the video if you like it and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to my channel really helps the algorithm bring others that could benefit from the content I'm putting together to this channel to discover more about what they can do in their bodies to feel excellent. It would mean a lot to me if you did subscribe. More than 90% of the people who are watching the videos are not subscribers yet. However, for those who are subscribers and have been following the channel since I started, thank you so much for coming back here. I hope that you are doing really well, and I want you to know that we welcome everyone. This is a like-minded community of people who are trying to improve their strength, improve their body, and just feel good overall. When we feel good, we do good. So without further ado, I'm going to move to the floor, set up for some abdominal work. You're going to need a nice mat or floor space, very comfortable. No props today. So here we are on the floor. Make sure you have plenty of space around you. You're not going to need any props. And we're going to begin with some breath work that's going to allow you to connect into your abdominals at a deeper level. I did this in the beginning video that I've put on, and it's really effective. So we're going to go through it again. When you bring your body down to the floor and you have your knees bent, what you're going to notice is that there's space behind your back. That's natural. That should occur. Now, what we're going to do is with our breath, we're going to exhale and connect more the front of the ribs in towards each other and open and spread the back of the body out onto the floor. So we're going to do that with our hands, and we're going to go through each layer of material 4 times here. So you're going to have your hands right here on your ribs. You're going to take a super deep, big breath, and you're going to expand your rib cage both up and to the side. So make sure you feel it into your fingers and your hands. Nice deep breath in. And exhale out. Again, deep breath in. And exhale. 2 more like this. And last one. Now, the next set, you're going to make sure you flatten your lower back onto the ground when you're exhaling. And you're not just going to bring your hands closer to each other. You're also going to bring the rib cage down a bit. Do your best not to roll your shoulders forward on this. So take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Flatten the lower back and bring the rib cage down. 2 more, actually 3 more times like this. Exhale. Flattening your lower back. Make sure that you maintain contact as you bring all your breath out of the lungs. And 1 more. And exhale. Now on the next 4, you're going to squeeze around your sit bones. You're going to squeeze your glutes, and then you're going to lift up on your toes so all the weight is on your heels. Let's do that 4 times. Hands on the ribs, deep breath in. Exhale, flatten the lower back, squeeze around your glutes, and lift the toes, holding out all the air out of your lungs for a second and release. Again, exhale, flatten the lower back, tighten around your glutes, lift up the toes. 2 more times. Flatten the lower back, lift, squeeze, and let it go. 1 more time. Squeeze and hold. Now on this one, take your hands down by your sides, and then you're just gonna walk 1 foot at a time with the knees bent until they're almost straight all the way out. And then from the lower abdominals, pull in and bring those heels back. Inch by inch, tiny little increments. What you're gonna feel is the hips are moving back and forth. They're in a scissor action, and they should feel pretty equal. You're trying to make them equal in terms of that hip movement back and forth in this scissoring action. Do that 2 more times. Hands down by your side. All the way out, bringing them back in. Ankles are active here. 1 more time. And back in. Wonderful. And then relax your feet, relax your back. So if you're more of a intermediate level, you want to keep your head down on the next exercises. If you're working towards advanced, you can lift your head up. Now, either or, you're gonna lift your arms off the ground like a Pilates 100, and you're gonna extend your shoulders wide, and your fingers are gonna be reaching down towards your legs. Regardless if you lift your head up or you keep your head down, I'm gonna lift my head up. We're gonna flex the feet like we just did. You're gonna curl up or keep your head down, and you're gonna alternate with a nice knee bend, heel touching down, and just scissoring the legs back and forth as one heel touches the ground. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can straighten out your legs a little bit more. I like to exhale on every one that I'm doing. And notice I have space underneath my chin as I'm curling up. I'm not completely chin tucked. There's a tuck in my chin, and I'm trying to reach the crown of my head towards my knees. But I could put like an orange or a lemon underneath my chin into my chest. Let's do 2 more. And then bring both legs up into a tabletop position, lower the head down, and then lower the arms down, and allow yourself to rest for a second. The next exercise is going to be both knees together, doing the same thing. And if that was too much for your neck, keep your head down on the next one. If you want to keep trying to create both an upper body and a lower body connection, go ahead and lift the head up and come up. And not all the way down on this one. So you're only going down to where you feel that your back is starting to arch, especially if you have any lower back injuries, if you've ever had any herniations or just any kind of lower back pain. You do not want to bring your legs lower than where you start to feel that anterior pelvic tilt, the pelvis tilting forward. So you only want to work in that range, and then try to go to the border of your range of motion here and just allow yourself to get a little bit stronger every time you're training. Lower your head, lower your legs, and take a deep breath in. And relax for a second. Now the next one, it gives our neck a break. We're gonna roll over to the side, and we're gonna come up onto our elbows. So this is nice, but you're gonna really feel this in your lower abdominals. Similar to the scissor action, you're gonna lift your legs up, and you're just gonna scissor them a little bit. Now notice I'm not lowering here. I'm not scissoring all the way here. If you are a very advanced athlete, you can go all the way down, but I think a 45-degree angle right here where there's no change in my spine as I'm moving through this is extremely beneficial and effective. So I like to alternate flexing and pointing my feet when I'm doing this, so I'm getting some ankle, some calf stretch. You can keep your feet flexed if you want to, or pointed. It's completely up to you, but make sure you choose one or the other. And rest. Bend the knees in, lower everything down. So for the next one, you're going to do a little reverse lift. So the arms are going to be down. They're going to be really pressing down towards the ground. My legs are up and my toes are pointed on this one. I'm going to press the arms down in contrast to lifting up my lower body. Now, as I do that, I'm exhaling all the way out. And I'm trying to lift the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Again, one more, and knees bent, lower the feet down and roll all the way over. Coming upright, we're going to go into a plank position. And in this plank position, if you have any kind of wrist injuries, you're going to stay on your forearms the entire time. If you want to go onto your hands, and if that feels better for you, please do that. It's completely up to your body how this feels. I'm going to start in a plank position with my elbows down. I'm on my forearms and I'm going to tuck my toes underneath and come into a plank. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rock my weight forward and then I'm going to rock my weight back. So coming forward and back, you should feel a nice calf stretch. Keeping your thighs tight, keeping your stomach tight and pulled under. You're just going to rock back and forth. So you're bringing your body weight into your elbows and then into your heels. Now, if you are advanced, as you're going through this, you don't need to rest in between exercises. If you are intermediate, you're going to allow your knees to come down to the ground before the next exercise. So you're just going to rest them down. The next exercise is just that, knees down, knees up. And rest. So as you rest, just sit all the way up, any way that's comfortable for you. And in the next one, what you're going to do is you're going to very slowly bring one knee in towards your chest and then extend it out long. So we're going to have this concentric contraction and then a long elated extension. So again, if this feels better for you here, that's great. If it feels better for you here, it's completely up to you. I'm going to do it on my wrist, which are fine. But if you have a wrist injury, go on your forearm. So you're going to bend your knee in and then extend it out. And again, same leg, bend it in and extend it out behind you. We're going to do 8 of them on each side. If that's too much, just shorten the duration, maybe do 3 or 4. And rest. Other side. And rest. Lower everything down. Now, I'm sure you felt that in your body. It's quite an intense exercise. So Coming back to the beginning, we're gonna go through that whole sequence one more time, but we're gonna keep our heads down on this one, okay? So as you lower, your arms are down towards the ground. You're gonna flex your feet, make sure there's no space in your back. Your arms are extended, your feet are up, and we're just gonna alternate. And then you're gonna do both legs at the same time. In and reach them, just until you feel that lower back release. Keep stretching your arms towards your feet. And one more. And then you can roll over to the side and come up onto your elbows. And we're gonna go into those flutter kicks. So legs are up, feet are pointed, and we're just gonna kick. Kick. And lower down, bend the knees in, lower your chest, lower your shoulders. And we're gonna go into the reverse crunches where we're doing the legs are extended long. You can have a knee bend if you have tighter hamstrings and your legs don't go all the way straight. Go ahead and point your toes and really try to lift the pelvis up in contrast to your arms, your triceps pushing down. And one more. And bend your knees in and come all the way up. We're gonna finish with a rolling like a ball exercise where we are, actually I might finish with a breath work exercise, but we're gonna finish with a rolling like a ball second to a breath work exercise. So we're gonna lift up the heels, the toes are pointed, the feet are together, knees are apart. Now you can do this if you have hip issues, you can do it where your hands are on your knees and your arms are straight. That gives you more space in these hip flexors. If your hips get really tight, you want straight arms here. If you don't have any hip issues or previous surgeries in the hips, you can bend your elbows and round your back. So what you're doing is you're trying not to have any momentum on the way up. So not this, where you're kicking and you're really pushing on the way up. You want coming down slowly, coming up slowly. It's just like a rocking chair. And there's one little section in here for everyone, right in the middle, that's really challenging for us to get up and over. Your focus should be between the legs. Your shins are active as they're kicking onto the hands. Let's do 3 more here. Wide shoulders, wide elbows, long neck. and rest your feet down. Now on this last one, it's up to you if you want to partake. It's just a really nice way to curl your body forward, to open even further out of your low back and connect in the stomach. The body isn't as, it can be incredibly beautiful and complex, but it's also incredibly simple in the sense of when we connect one front area, the back area opens. When we open the front area, the back area closes. So it can be a really simple thing when you think about, oh, my back hurts. What do I need to do? We need to spread and open the back and connect into the front. Oh, the front hurts. It's really tight. What do we need to do? If it's tightened through here, we need to open and expand it and then connect into that opposite side. So what I love to do, I have all these different cushions here. What I love to do is I love to give myself a lift out of my hips, and I like to elevate my hips when I'm really trying to create some space in my lower back and my hips. So I like to get upright. If you don't have any of those types of props, you can use some folded towels. That works beautifully. You want to flex your feet and you want to keep your knees apart. And all I want you to do is take your hands anywhere around your legs and go ahead and curl the body forward. Now, as you do that, you're going to feel the back of your neck open up and elongate. And what I want you to do is soften your chest and just exhale as you slowly curl forward. Now, you can lift your elbows up, and that will help you curl even more forward. You'll get to a place where you feel some resistance in your back somewhere. And all I want you to do is breathe into that area. Wherever you're feeling that stopping point, that's where the air can't go. That's where your body is not pushing air into. And that's where you're getting really tight, especially, when you're not moving around on a regular basis into that area. So you want to concentrate and try to get air into that area. So let's go ahead. Close your eyes, go into your body, curl forward, and breathe into the area where you feel a stopping point. For me, I feel it a little bit into my neck and a little bit in the middle of the back and slightly in my lower back. And I'm just going to melt into that area. Just a few more breaths here until we complete. But really use this time just to fully open up the space in your back. And then one vertebrae at a time, slowly come back up, upright, and you are all set. I hope that you enjoyed this intermediate to advanced abdominal workout, and I look forward to working with you again. Please give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and go ahead and check out the free gift that I have for you. The link should be in the description below. Have a wonderful day or night and take great care of yourself. Your health is so important. Fitness is freedom. Bye for now.